And welcome to the latest episode of Rediscovered, which is my vintage play or vintage story let's play, or my anyway, dyslexia is a horrible thing to live with. So this game, it's all about survival, and up to this point we've been working on surviving. The last episode was not so successful at that. I got bounced around a bit by the local fauna, and so this time I kind of want to pick up where I left off there, because the reason I went out into the wilds and got my butt handed to me was because my goal was to find more surface copper, because this is the next step for me. The next step is to go from Stone Age, stone tools, stone everything, to copper, right? The problem with that is I don't have enough. I just don't have enough. And there's two ways to get it, right? You can get the copper by panning for it, which we've done a little bit, right? I do a little bit here and there. I'll do it a little bit today. But really, you want to find it on the surface. And there's 2 points that one. You usually get quite a few. Well, 3 to 5. And 2, where you find them, that's where you're going to come back with your copper pickaxe when you get it. If you get it. And that's where you can find a whole bunch of copper afterwards. So you can do it with just panning alone, but then you gotta go find copper veins. Now I found one, but I would still like to find more. This bushmeat I am going to put someplace and let it rot on our way to making compost. So there you go. Of course, put it in there, it's going to last a long time, but just get it out of the way. Since it's really freaking dark out, I went to bed at 6 and it's still freaking dark. I'm going to do some panning up front, right? Kind of get a head start on our copper effort, and then we'll go exploring, right? We'll go find some copper out there somewhere, and I'm hoping that in the next episode or two I can make my copper pick and a copper hammer. And then we can go tackle that vein of copper ore I have found, and then we'll rock and roll. I'm gonna get a copper chisel and a copper saw, and pretty much all the copper accessories. We'll get a falx, which is a kind of a jaggedy, nasty looking bladed weapon type of deal, and it's particularly effective against the what do you call them, the various creatures that various supernatural creatures are in this space. So we're panning because that's what you got to do. I got some blue clay up front, so that's nice. Normally I just use the blue clay right away to make my cobblestone or whatever, but more blue clay. Okay. I don't think I will this time, because it turns out that I think you need blue clay exclusively to make chimney tops. Ooh, there's my copper. There's the first copper of the day. So let's see how many copper we can get. Now, I am a little gun shy, to say the least, about running around in the wilderness today, because you know, I'm still a little sore because I haven't got the stitches removed from the last 2 encounters we had last time. Actually, 3 encounters, because I was killed by a wolf. I was almost killed by a bear. And in my, I guess, the stupor I was experiencing from shock and blood loss, I actually tangled with a, I can't remember their name. Anyhow, one of the supernatural creatures on my way back, and I was on death's door. I was, yeah, I didn't know you could get that low and still be walking. And, yep, I made it though. I only died 1 time last episode. By all rights, I should have died 3 times, but I only died once last episode. So, you know, take it for what it's worth. I got lucky, but if you want to chalk it up to skill, you're more than welcome to your opinion. Anyway, so I don't want to get bit or stabbed or killed this time. None of the above. Now, I am a little concerned about the island, right? The island, I'm up to 4. Excellent. The island, I picked them up. I gotta use it from the hotbar. Duh. That's what I get for yakking. Anyway, the island, I'm still patting myself on the back about the whole idea of finding the island, building on the island, what I'm doing with the island. That's all good stuff. I totally support it, love it, whatever. I've come to the realization, though, that winter in this game gets really cold, right? And water's going to freeze over, which, if I'm right, will mean that the island won't be an island during the winter, right? Bad guys and beasties will be able to easily walk over to our sector and cause grief. So, you know, I brought up this point a few episodes ago. Not this point, but rather the idea that maybe I should build a wall around the edge of the island. And I didn't outright dismiss it, but, you know, it was like, yeah, maybe, I don't know. Now I'm thinking I might want to commit to that, but then that's going to require a bunch of material that I just don't have. I won't have for a while. Though, if we get a pick, that changes. we'll have a lot more stone to work with. So these are quartz chunk, and that's a clear quartz chunk. And I don't know if I have those stored anywhere. Well, now I do. I didn't realize I had 10 limestone cobblestones just sitting there, but we'll put them away at some point. And we're gonna go out. Some people choose walking sticks, and I guess these are kind of like my walking stick. Defensive walking stick. Get some of these off the front page. Okay. A little speared up, but that's okay. Kind of feel like a hedgehog. Walking out into the wild, rugged land. I was going to say wilderness, but it's, you know, too many wilds. Okay. Up in our trusty dusty raft. I really like the raft. I don't know why you would bother building a sailboat. And I suspect that if you build a sailboat, you got to go to the trouble, you know, sailing it, right? Yeah. Ooh, lightning. you know, wind direction on it has, and I don't know about that. I mean, if I had outright oceans, maybe. But like for a lake this size, sailboat's just crazy extravagance. And then the hassle of sailing it, it's like, no thanks. Go from high point to high point, do my prairie dog impersonation. Make sure that there are no wolves, bears. I keep wanting to call those guys striders, but they're not striders. They're not, and then I want to call them deviants, and well, maybe they are deviant, but that's not the name. Drifter. Drifter's the name, but there we go. It's a horrible name, actually, because when I think of drifters, I think of homeless guys, and now I've got this idea of these homeless guys who've been twisted and coming at you, and that's not a good image. Mark them because they should start respawning at some point. Free vegetables. See, lots of them. Lots of them. I don't know if they come back in the exact same blocks that they were before. There's a thunder. Storm is coming. This is a summer storm. You know, I was born in Montana. I was raised in California, but I was born in Montana. I've been back a few times, visit relatives. And I lived in Idaho and Wyoming for a couple of years. And all those Rocky Mountain states, right? Especially up by the Rocky Mountains. You can get some real humdingers of lightning storms during the summer. I mean, just phenomenal, spectacular. I mean, growing up in Southern California, you occasionally get a thunderstorm, but you know, you don't really get like a lot of a bolt lightning, right? You really don't. I wonder. When I hear that noise, I always thought it was a wolf, but I wonder if the foxes make the noise, which is obnoxious. But yeah, in Southern California, when you have a thunderstorm or lightning storm, they're very rare. Well, I'll get to that in a second. They're rare, and you don't really see, usually, the lightning bolts, right? It just, the sky lights up. It's like, you know, God used some type of, like, really large photographic flash. Which, you know, that's okay. But they're rare enough that when they do happen, you have a bunch of people standing outside, you know, watching the lightning storm, just like, let's go watch lightning storm. Which, you know, they usually tell you, lightning storm, get indoors. But, you know, it's rare. I also remember the last time it snowed at our house in Ontario, California, which is due east of LA. That happened when I was like in 6th grade or 7th grade. I mean, it was the one time I lived in Southern California for like 20 years, and the one time, that's a deep hole, that it happened. So anyway, but back to Montana and Idaho and Wyoming. Boy, howdy, when they get thunder and lightning storms, they are loud. The lightning's happening like, you know, 2 or 3 times a minute. You see the lightning bolts just come tearing down through the sky. And the storms, they're pretty fast moving. So, like, I remember one time, it was one of the summers I spent with my dad, and we were driving at night through one of those storms, and it's like we were racing the storm. It was like moving fast enough. It was coming behind us, and of course, we have to do a lot of twisty turny stuff because that's where the road goes, and the storm just goes straight. So eventually it overtook us and then would pass us, and even from a distance you could see the lightning as it kept moving away from us. It was the most spectacular lightning storm I've ever seen in my life. I mean, just absolutely amazing. Huh. Okay, let's check this out. Make sure nothing falls in behind me. Okay. Ooh. Quartz and a drop, apparently. A bunch of boulders. It's pretty nice. Pretty short is what it is. I really thought this would go someplace interesting, but I should have known, because all the interesting places usually encounter unfriendly residents before you get that far. So we will mark that the quartz is here, because at some point we'll want quartz. Right now I don't mind quartz. I can't do much with it. And to be clear, quartz isn't something we'll be getting anytime soon, because copper pickaxe doesn't work on it, right? You're going to need a bronze or better. So I was holding the torch, and the smoke from the torch came up, and it freaked me out, thinking that something was oh, there's that bear back there. It was like something was going to attack me. So let's go away from the bear. Long ways from the bear. Left my boat over here, my raft. Speaking of raft, I have a Let's Play for Raft. The game Raft. So if you like this series, you should check that one out. And those this series and that series, there's some overlap in that Raft and Vintage Story are the most survivalist of the survival games I've played for a very, very long time, possibly ever. So if you like having to earn every single thing you have, then check out Raft. It's more brutal than this one. I mean, it's not a surprise. And this one, once you can get about as far as I have, it's not really brutal unless you go walking outside, but it becomes kind of cozy. It becomes a homey game, right? It's like, hey, let's can pickles and build a rocking chair. It's on Raft you could eventually get to all that. I don't know, I haven't. But it definitely seems harsh. Just making sure the dates, see if I can combine some stuff and make sure I put them in the right order. You do that so you know what is about to expire and what you got time for to wait. It's a pretty good system. It's quite frankly, I would love to institute like something like that in our refrigerator at home in real life. It's not as straightforward as that. I mean, for one thing, if it was just me, I could absolutely do it. I would absolutely do it. I love it. If it was just me and my wife, I could probably get her to join in, but it's the whole family, and I got 2 teenage girls, so that just shoots the whole thing in the foot. Would not ever get off the ground. And even without a system like this, our refrigerator is chaos, right? You can, go out to eat and have a nice, leftover bag, and you think, ooh, I'll have that tomorrow for lunch. And then by lunchtime tomorrow, you go to look for it, it's gone. Somebody already ate it. Or you can't find it at all. It's still there, but it's been pushed back someplace that, if you actually remember it and go looking for it, you won't be able to find it. And usually that involves stuff with my wife, because then she'll say, well, it's right here. And then she'll dig through 2 drawers or something and pop up like she knew right where it was, but it's almost like she deliberately hid it. So later she can then point out to me that I couldn't find it and I'm an idiot. But, it's out of sight and out of mind. And then you find it a month later and it has to get thrown out, right? Usually that happens when it starts walking out on the fridge on its own. Your science experiment in biology or evolution paid off dividends. So it's just, I guess that's a first world problem, but okay. So I'm glad there's no point keeping that stuff in storage if I need it out here, so that's useful. That's good. And with these extra blocks, might as well put them to work. And let's go looking for more copper. Now, I haven't really spent much time exploring these hills, right? They're beautiful hills. They're probably full of caves and probably dangerous stuff. And how about we go and check our garden? Yes. We need to go check the hill. I will check the hill. I promise. Right after this, I'll check my hill. But I'm still a little smarting from last time, and I remember that we've got some stuff that's about ready to pop here. So let's check it before I forget. That rye is percolating. Spelt, which is just basically flour. I mean, regular wheat. Parsnips are going. 4 out of 5, 4 out of 5, 8 out of 12. So I don't think we'll get a second crop of cabbage this year, but who knows? Oh, gotta weed the garden. Nice. And okay. We didn't get any crops. I don't have to go drop stuff off. So now, as I just promised, as I swore to you, let's go to this area. Now, with all the trees, I think it counts as forest. So not only would I expect this to be bear country, but by definition, forest is wolf country. So, and with mountains like this, and invariably the caves and stuff that are there, I'm sure there are all sorts of these, pinhead bad guys. What's the name of them? Drifters. There you go. Drifters. And bowtorns and shivers? Is that the name of the other one? Ooh, that's quartz. So let's go ahead and pull up the map and mark. Quartz marks the spot. Okay. Can't select it. I'll just write it. Quartz. May the quartz be with you. Okay. And did you hear there's a Spaceballs sequel on the way? So Nice. Oh, another cave. Let's check this out. Is this going to be another dead end, or will we find something great and awesome? I hear something bad. I don't see anything. Whoa, whoa, whoa! He sees me. He sees me clearly. Okay. Thanks. Important safety tip. Thanks, Egon. Okay. So, that'll learn me. That took a chunk. Well, let's see what we can find without going into a hole. Take the torch off. I don't need to burn extra calories. Literally burn extra calories. Let's see. I'll take that. Thank you. It's a tight fit. Ooh, granite. At least I think it's granite. Might be something else, but I'm taking it for granite. It is granite. It's granite. This is not the type of squeeze you would want to try to get through if you're being chased by something. But then again, maybe it would be, because all you have to do is get one block into that, and they wouldn't be able to get to you. So let's see. Yeah. Oh, I hear. That sounded like a drifter. Where is he? Oh, there he is. I'll take that. That dirt won't get me. What is he doing? Normally they're pretty aggressive. This guy, like, he can't find me. I hit him twice with one spear. Oh, there. I threw a second spear just to make it numbers count. Okay. Whoa! Whoa, whoa! I thought he just took you out, but no, you're his twin brother. Tweedledum. Okay. Let's check these guys. I meant to check their bodies for stuff, not to check if they're still alive. I mean, that works too. I don't want them to get up and try to do something while I'm, you know, looting his pockets. And remember, kids, in real life, we don't kill people and loot their pockets, right? That's called both murder and robbery. But this is a survival game set in this weird world, and these guys are monsters. So it's okay. Okay. Oh. I heard that noise. Okay. Ooh, chickens. This might be a place to grab some nuggets here. See if I can hit this. Yes! That was a sweet shot. Whoa! I am 2 for 2. Don't count all the other misses I made. This is... Okay. And there's these other guys are staying pretty close. That's kind of amazing. 12 feathers. Nice. And bones. What are you doing? You know, I just might take you out too there, pal. You should be freaking out and running away. Man, he's bold. I mean, if he's going to be that bold, why doesn't he just attack? Okay. That's what you get for bringing a beak to a spear fight. Whoa, 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 whoa! That's what I get for bringing a spear to a mythical monster fight. He does not seem to be interested in me, though. Is that why the rooster was running around? Because he was running from that thing? It's a shiver. Whoa. Hey, you go chase the chicken. Don't chase me. Make up your mind. There. Go get the chicken. Uh-oh. You're a drifter, too. This is a bad neighborhood. Yeah, roll up the windows. Okay. Hey. Whoa. What? Hey. Hey. I'm busy here. Hey, don't you throw that at me. Yeah, you take a nap there. You time out, mister. What is it? I have the worst luck with looting the bodies of these guys. Let's see if we can get this last chicken. Nope. Where'd he go? She go. Oh, there goes a fox. I'm pretty sure they went to go get the chicken, so I'll leave it to them. They can dance that one out. Okay. I did not mean to do that. That was a productive and that was productive and blood pressure inducing, but it's okay. It's okay. I got some chicken. We got some fresh meat, literally, and feathers. We got a lot of feathers, and I'm really happy about that. It's got me thinking that it might be time to go into the archery biz. So there. Could definitely use a bow, because as you can see, I'm not the greatest spearman in the world. It's spearmint, not spearmint. I'm not a flavor of gum. Not really a spearman either. I think that's obvious, but oh gosh. Okay. Let's see. So I already got one chicken piece in there. I need an even number. That one's good for 5 more days. This is 2, but it would be longer if I put it in there. But you know what? I got 4. I don't remember. Can I do fruit and meat together? I seem to think I can. And I seem to get this always wrong, I think. But we'll see. So then, oops. Put the meat in. Yeah, that's fine. Put the fruit in. Nope, that's not fine. So yes, I cannot do that. But I can do vegetables, and I got these mushrooms. Chicken and mushrooms. That actually sounds pretty wonderful, but I dare not actually make any chicken and mushrooms in real life. I got a food allergy to poultry, so I enjoy chicken through proxy by playing video games where I can eat chicken. That's actually true. I mean, the problem is I didn't develop my allergy to chicken and turkey and stuff like that until I was 20. And up to that point, chicken was one of my favorite foods, fried chicken in particular. So it would be one thing if I always had the allergy, so I didn't really know what it tasted like. But you see, no, I know what chicken tastes like, and I know what it smells like, and it is maddening to, like, get out of the car in a parking lot near like a Kentucky Fried Chicken and smell it. It's torture. And oh man, so when I start talking about chicken like now, or thinking about it like now, it just makes myself hungry. But nothing I eat is gonna be chicken, so it doesn't really matter. It's just gonna be unsatisfied. And an allergy like this, since I'm the primary cook in the house, and my family is actually pretty compassionate about this, I'm not the only one who suffers. My family rarely eats chicken because since I'm the one cooking and I'm in the house, eating chicken in front of me would be torture. So they usually don't eat chicken unless we go out to eat someplace. And even then it's pretty rare. Usually if they go out to eat without me, then it's chicken. So it's just it's interesting how chicken has become the affordable meat, because back in the day, people didn't eat a lot of chicken, but people had chickens. And the reason was quite simple, is the chickens were more valuable for the eggs they produced, right? So you would keep chickens, and you would have a lot of eggs. That was the whole point. That's where you got the protein. Now, when a hen quit producing eggs, well, guess what? She would wind up being a Sunday dinner, but that was just it. Chicken was a special dinner. Chicken was a big deal, right? Now, chicken is like lowest common denominator. You go someplace, chicken sandwich or chicken nuggets or whatever. It's easier to find something made with chicken or turkey than it is to find something made of beef or pork. And that's part of that is we live in an era where they're telling you don't eat so much red meat because it'll kill you. And that's true. I mean, everything will kill you. It's the living life will kill you. Just some things will kill you faster. So there you go. So I'm panning again, and yeah, you might notice. And what I think, a minute ago, I thought, well, I just wanted to make some progress. I just want to pan to get a little more, not make the episode. I wanted to get copper this episode, but I just couldn't live with how little copper we'd found. But now that I'm panning, I've already gotten 3 pieces, and I've got 18 blocks of sand. I'm thinking, and I'm thinking about one thing, that's why I can't do the other. But I'm thinking that I'm just going to try to go for it, right? I really am eager to get to the next stage. I'm tired of the Stone Age, and there's just so much content that opens up once we get copper tools. So, with your forgiveness, I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to take the ball and run, and we'll see if we can do it. Looking at this, we're just over the halfway point in the episode. So, and I already had 18, right? And now I've got 4 more, so that's 22. So I have enough for 1 tool for sure, and that'd be the pick. But the pick doesn't do you any good unless you can take the chunks of ore you find with the pick and smash them into the nuggets to go in the crucible. So at a minimum, we're going to need 40 nuggets. And now we are up to 23. 23. Nope, 24. 25. Okay, so this might go faster than I expect, though. I'm getting my hopes up. I am getting my hopes up, right? Because this thing, it works in waves. So you'll go and you won't find diddly squat, and then you'll go and just like in one block you'll find 3 or 4, and then you think, aha, this is it, we're gonna be done, and then you'll go for 5 blocks with nothing again. That's the video game gods can be very cruel, especially the one assigned to Vintage Story panning. Maybe that's what happens to us after we die, is we go into heaven and we come back as these types of guardian angels or spirits or something. You just get to wreak havoc on people's lives like this because you're bored, you're living forever. Well, I like to think that if that does come true, I can assure you, whoever I'm assigned to hunt, you're going to have an interesting life. I'm going to make your life interesting. Okay, so I had misgivings about this, but we're already at 9, so that puts us at 7 into the second tool. I think this is going to happen. I think it's going to work. It's a race against the clock, kind of. But in slow motion. I mean, it's, it's like watching paint dry, but it's going to happen. Okay. 10. Holy smokes, folks. We're eight nuggets into the second tool, into the hammer. As soon as I said the word hammer, I thought, it's hammer time. Dun, 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 dun. Don't touch this. Can't touch this. There you go. Man, I'm ancient. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry. I'll put notes, explanation in the episode page for this episode. So we're up to 11. That's 9 into the hammer, which means we just need 11 more. It's a halfway point. Now we're at 12. Over the halfway point. Oh, look at that. It's like 2 in a row. You know what they're going to do? They're going to keep teasing me like this. And then when we get to like the last 2 or 3, they're just going to like go on break. Walk away completely. Watch me sweat as I get down to my last block of sand. Mark my words. Mark my words. Again, that's what I do. Oh, gosh. So 14, that brings us 12 in. 7 more to go. Okay. 7 more. We're going to do it. Oh, I just realized, even if I get the nuggets, I don't have anything that'll burn hot enough. Well, we did start the charcoal kiln, and it's been a while. So maybe that's done. If that's done, if we can get the nuggets soon enough and the charcoal kiln's done, then I think that we're just going to press on and smelt everything. And if you've gone that far, then you might as well at least pour the stuff into the molds. Of course, if you can make that argument, at least if you've gone that far, then you could wait till it cools and put a handle on it. But I'm getting kind of giddy. Because, I've been looking forward to this for a long time. This is episode 9, so, we've been in this world for about 8 hours already, which it's interesting because now that I say it that way, now I think about it, we've actually come a very far distance. Look, we've come a long way in 8 hours. This is pretty good for 8 hours. But that 8 hours is distributed across a few months, and if you think about it that way, it's like it's been a few months and it's time to go to copper. So, but I mean that's just because I got a bunch of different series that I rotate between. Stick with the 8 hours. That's the accurate measurement, right? It's like basically if I sat down and played one day. Okay, I'm going to top off my hunger bar with fruit. Try to bolster it before my fruit stat before the fruit goes bad. Now, let's see. So this is 17 and we had 18 before. That's 35. So I've got 5 left. I just need 5. 5 more nuggets. How come that one didn't get picked up? And it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, campers. Let's do this. I had my hopes up. I saw it, but it wasn't the right one. I think that's another zinc nugget. Oh, a temporal gear can be used. Okay, so you can use those to set a spawn point, and can be used overnight to restore to temporal stability. Okay, so basically, here's the thing, right? There's a world spawn, like there's in Minecraft. But in this game, that's it. That's the spawn point. And you just got to deal with it. Unless you find one of these temporal gears, then you can set your spawn point. And I think with the default rules in place, you can use that the new spawn point for like a limited number of times, like 20, and then it reverts back to the world spawn. But hopefully we don't die 20 times. Anyhow, I would love to set the spawn point in the house. Because my world spawn point is in a little hilly area in the forest, and every time I go running out of that thing, I'm chased by wolves. So there's one more nugget. We need four more. Okay. Remember I said about the guardian angel teasing me? I think we're there. Or spirit, you know, I just choose whatever religion, but I think somebody's in the afterlife playing with me. Not playing the game together with me, but playing with me. Tugging at my emotions. I am getting a lot of these limestone blocks, and that's not a bad thing. You know, we still got to build our tower. And, you know, that's an interesting thing, too. Because, you know, this is Minecraft. I'd have the tower built by now, right? I mean, or I'd have all the material necessary to build the tower. Just go. But this is different. Because, you know, I can't just find blocks of cobble. I got to make blocks of cobble. And cobble's going to take 8 of these rocks and 1 clay, and so that's to get me two blocks of cobble. So it's not something that you can just, you know, quick and easy do. It's one of the things I love about this game. I mean, I don't love that it slows things down, but I do love that it slows things down, right? In that everything I'm doing has to be much more deliberate and thought out, right? You can't just... You can wing it, certainly, but because of the complexities involved and the numbers involved, winging it isn't really winging it like in the Minecraft sense, where in the Minecraft, I could whip up like, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks of something real fast, and then we can go experiment. And, oh my gosh, I just need 2 more. You can experiment real fast, and you know, that's not the case here. You know, in Minecraft, you had to have this notion that we needed a way to throw stuff away. Yeah, in this game, you don't really throw diddly squat away. Everything has a purpose, everything's usable, and everything is hard-earned. So, now there is stuff that is lost, but that's usually because you were killed and couldn't get back to your body in time. Okay. 2 more, baby, 2 more. Come to Papa. Baby needs a new pair of shoes. Roll. No. Okay. Here again. Ugh. Oh, man. That's okay. I'm down to my last 5 point something blocks. Almost there. Okay. Come on. Come to Papa. Okay, see, I'm telling you, this was the plan all along. Get me to the very edge of complete and then take a break. Okay, we got 1 more, just 1 more, give me 1 more. Yeah, it was too much help. Okay, but we still got 5 blocks now. Okay. Oh, there we go. We're done. But I'm going to keep going. I got to finish up this block. I don't want a partial block of sand sitting in my yard. I mean, there's nothing. Oh, now we... And see, now that we finally got the numbers, like, oh, okay, we've played with you enough here. Just, we'll quit holding you back. Thank you. Okay. Let's get this going. So now my blood pressure is going up again, but it's because I'm happy. So let's get stuff squared away. I don't need both of those. I just need one. Nope, don't have space for one. I know I got some others someplace. I'll combine them later. I will combine them later. Here, if I put this, that's 24 divisible by 8. That'll give me 3 sets of blocks, which is 6 blocks. Which I'll get to in a little bit. So, there we go. That goes in there. Arrowheads go in here. Blue clay goes here. And the sand goes there. And go ahead and grab 3 clay to make those cobblestone blocks I mentioned. Let's do something with that temporal gear while it's on view. Use on ground. Okay, here we go. Whoa! I assume that did what I thought it did. There's no text message saying I did. Success, failure. I will spawn from now on, but I'll just assume it succeeded. Things got all jiggly for a reason, right? Oh gosh. Okay. So, let's make those blocks. Like so. And let's go plop them over here. And check the garden while I'm here, because look, stuff is ready. Surprise! Turnips. But we'll take them. We'll take them. Cabbages are looking good. Got more turnips on the way. On the verge of being done. Okay. Gotta find some soil suitable for these guys, and this looks like it's all recovered for any of the different nutrient types. So okay, let's make a couple shovels. So you don't need a shovel to get charcoal, but it does make things a lot faster. And I'm going to make a couple shovels. One should be enough. But, yeah. I'll just do it now. And then put a handle on one. That can go up here. And there we go. Okay, so now let's dig out the kiln. And now let's open it up. And yep, there's charcoal. Success. So now we've got all the pieces we need. We are gonna smelt. I was just thinking about old PE class. Because at the end of that we smelt too, but that's not, it's a different smelt. Okay, well that'll be our entryway in here, because I'm gonna dig down Don't want to dig myself into a little pit, which is what I'll be doing. Kind of sound like somebody's beating up a wind chime. Okay. Nice. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. I'm just so excited. It's kind of hard to control the keyboard. Just, ooh, I feel like jumping around. Okay. So we got charcoal. I got to do something with this. So let's put the crock pot. Let's take the crock pot and put the food in the crock pot. Get it out of the way. Let's get everything out of the way. So that goes in there. And it's its own stack because it's fresher than the other ones. Okay. Take the crock pot and fill it and set it down. Now let's take the cooking pot off the fire. And then we need, let me put the cooking pot in the backpack and then grab the crucible. The crucible is crucial. Doesn't quite rhyme, but close enough. And then we fill it with the ore. And ore. And then we'll throw some sticks. And those sticks are not going to be hot enough to melt copper. But what they will do is they'll heat everything up to a point where I can then switch to coal without wasting coal from bringing it from scratch. And I want to make sure I don't burn the snot out of myself, so I need to make a pair of wooden tongs. And I am so glad I remembered now instead of later. Yeah, it might have been pretty interesting to watch me do it later, but I think 3 reeds, would that do it? 3 rings? Nope, 6 will do it. Okay, so got my rope. I'm at the end of my rope. Let's see, and then let's go ahead and put the rope in the middle and put the sticks down the side. And there's my tongs. Okay. Let's light this bad boy. What would they say in the right stuff? Let's light the candle. So I want to make sure I am looking at the right molds, because when I'm holding hot, liquid hot copper, I want to make sure I pour it into the right mold. Otherwise, I'll have to wait for it to cool before I can remelt it down and fix my mistake. So don't want that to happen. We're coming up on 500 degrees Celsius. The wood, sticks or firewood, will get me up to 700 degrees Celsius, which is plenty hot, actually. It'll melt quite a few different metals, but not copper. I think copper we will need 1080 or so. 1080p. Okay. Switching the coal. So now we're in the second stage. And at this point, we're getting like at 700 here, we're starting to see color changes, right? Watch closely. And there we go. It's getting all pale. It's getting yellowish. It's becoming copper. Okay. I don't need to leave all that coal in there. I don't want to accidentally, forget and let it burn in there. So 5 should be more than enough. Okay, coming up on 1080, and then this green arrow, well, it's not green now, but the arrow in the middle should start turning green. And there it is. There it goes. Okay, when that arrow gets full, when it becomes completely green, we will be done. Soup's on, so to speak. Almost there. If you've ever watched Star Wars, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, I think I can grab this coal back. We won't need it. Actually, grab all of it. And there we go. So now I have the tongs in my offhand, so I can pick this up without burning the snot out of myself, because it's glowing hot. And then we pour it. Okay, let's plop this back down. And now we wait for it to cool, which is kind of like watching watch pot never boils. Well, a cast pickaxe head never cools. How about that? Oh, nappy. Okay, can't be serious. Calm down. Let's see if I can stack this stuff on the ground. And I can. So let's see. It would be nice to just kind of start ground storing stuff. Whoa. Oh. So it's kind of like, it's not a stack, it's a pile, right? It's the stuff kind of. It's like the same thing with sand. I haven't tried it with this sand, but I think this sand, you can't stack it. Like with Minecraft, you can make a stack of sand that's one column, and you can stand on it or whatever. But 900 degrees Celsius and falling. But I can assure you that if you go to Home Depot and got by a couple 100 pounds of playground sand, and you open those bags and you try to pour them into a column, the closest you're going to get is a nice symmetrical cone. But anyway, this is the surface copper spot that we're headed for next episode. No way we have time for it now, but that's it. That is it. And you know, it's not an understatement. The nature of the video series changes because I will be able to finish digging out my cellar. We will be able to gather a lot of material through mining that we will then use to rapidly expand the house. I mean, just we're gonna be able to make proper doors, and we'll be able to make proper windows. Everything changes at this point. I mean, I've been living in a dirt hut. I mean, it's a big, sophisticated, and somewhat comfortable dirt hut, but it is still a dirt hut, and now that all goes bye-bye. And I'm going to take all my charcoal kiln dirt because I don't really need it until I do another charcoal run, and then I'll just get new dirt. But for now, I will use it to bolster the foundation of the island. So there's just all sorts of moving pieces are in play now, right? We have, at this point, it's no longer a matter of can I, hope I wish, but we have definite things on the to-do list, and there's nothing stopping us from doing them. There are turnips that are done. Not that one. Definitely that one. And that one. Just what I need. More turnips. Yes, I do need more turnips. I mean, they last a long time. We're coming up on August. Is it August or is it June? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Summer isn't going to be here forever. How are we doing on the cool off here? Getting there. So let's put these away. Oh, look at they stacked with the last batch because they're of the same freshness. And I will top off the hunger bar with some more fresh fruit. Try to bolster my fruit faction. I'm just getting there. Okay. Oh, I need to put the cooking pot back on the fire. And I'm just so happy. I'm happy. Oh, man. I mean, it's, been 8 hours of gameplay, but that doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot. It just, everything's relative. But anyhow, we are going to rock and roll now. Over here and put this back on the fire. I really want to put together the tools before we end this episode. So I still gotta wait for them to cool off just a little bit. So I'm gonna grab another spear for protection. Uh-oh. Sounds like I'm gonna brave a storm, but 300 degrees Celsius is still too hot to hold. So I'm gonna take my shovel. And I'm going to go out and gather some more dirt from the little islands and sandbars in my neck of the lake. Give me something constructive to do. It's the same kind of nervous energy you have, and you have to trust me on this if you're not a dad. But when your wife's pregnant and she's in labor and you're waiting to hear word, you got to go do something. You have this nervous energy, right? Yep. That's what I got right now. I mean, I'm not saying that copper tools are the equivalent of having children. It's close. But it's definitely awesome. But I gotta do something while I'm waiting. I want to make sure I don't get ganked while I'm out here digging. Okay, and of course we use this to, you see, some wheat or rye or something. It's rye. It's not quite ready. I don't see any more. Well, I got seeds out of it. That's okay. That's all I really need. I mean, when I'm collecting stuff in the wild, I'm really after the seeds. If I get the crop, that's fine. Now, if it's my garden, then you bet I need both seeds and crop. That's the whole point. But oh boy. Okay, so get this nervous energy out. Yeah, baby. It's been a long time coming. I feel like it's been a long time coming. Okay, I'm done waiting. I still have a good shovel, but let's plop this dirt down right here. That's where I left off last time. And then we'll go check out our tools, our new tools. And yeah, I know we're a little over time, but this is an important milestone in this game. I guess you can say it's never too late. Yes, I can just picture my girls rolling their eyes. Oh, what happened? I could have swore I've been rotating my torches, but I guess not. Okay. So, I'm going to need to make torches real quick. So, you just need some dried grass and a stick, which in real life, real torches need a little more than that, but we'll go with it. And, oh, I guess I need 2 dried grass per torch. So, let's get 3 more dried grass. And then let's make torches. Excellent. And then let's light the torches with the other torch. And then replace them. Okay, let's go check these. Look at that, cold, baby, cold. I've got a pickaxe head and a hammer head. Not the shark, the actual tool. There's a pickaxe. Oh, I feel like the sky should open up and beams of light should shine down on me. It's, you know, like it does for when King Arthur grabbed Excalibur. But in this case, this is better than Excalibur, mostly because this actually exists and Excalibur doesn't, and even if it did, I couldn't mine anything with it. I couldn't pick stone, so this is important. This is important. Let's go plant this before I forget. This is going to require nitrogen, and this is actually pretty good for nitrogen, but it's still recovering. So it could be better for nitrogen if we wait later. So let's go find another plot to put it in. Down here, like, see, that's fine. That's okay. Okay. And there's another one that's ready. Now I gotta find another place to put another nitrogen crop. Later. Later. That's for another day. So, yes, I'm kind of going through an emotional high. Sorry. It's too much. Too much. Can't contain my excitement. Look at that. Pickaxe and hammer. Yeah, let's stand here. And there it is. That is the episode. It was an adventure. It's been a fantastic adventure. Look at that. That's my own Excalibur, and it was worth it. I had a lot of fun getting here. I hope you had a lot of fun getting here. And like I said, the whole ball game changes starting next episode. So I hope that will bring you to back around to see how things change. And I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you are too. So in the meanwhile, I hope this finds you and yours in good health, good spirits, and perhaps a touch of good fortune. Cheers.